So it's come down to this. After 5 years of my first guitar review, which was this guitar, I faced a lot of backlash, a lot of criticism, a lot of very hurtful comments. But today, we're going to tackle it like an angry football player. This is the Epiphone Les Paul Zakk Wylde Custom Edition. In today's video, we're going to talk about it. So, before we get into things, let's talk about this video's sponsor. It's Ernie Ball and the Ernie Ball Wonder Wipes. Basically, you just tear it open, pull out the wipe, and wipe down your guitar. Well, the strings anyways, because, you know, nobody likes gross, nasty guitar strings. It smells like bubble tape and Clorox. And you just wipe it down, get the neck too, get the top. You know, it's good to care for your guitar so then they care for you. It gets a bunch of the residue off, and you know, it comes in these little packs of 6 for a few bucks at Guitar Center. I think it was like under $4. Definitely worth giving a shot if you have guitars like I do, just sitting around collecting dust. Wipe your strings down, lube it up before you play. It'll reward you. It's definitely worth it. I'm kidding. You guys think I have a fucking sponsor? No, I don't have a sponsor. I just really like them. And if you ever go to Guitar Center or you want to buy online, eBay, Guitar Center, Reverb, they sell these. They are the Ernie Ball Wonder Wipes. They have a 6-pack, a 12-pack, a probably 48-pack. Ask your mom. She probably buys them for when she douches. But seriously, it's a good product. It's a good company. Check it out. Anyways, let's get into the video. Again, this is a Epiphone Les Paul Custom Zakk Wylde. Blah. So, by the title of this video, it is a guitar review. We are reviewing said guitar. I'm not showing you what my feet can do with the guitar. I'm not showing you how to fucking and double finger pick. I'm not showing you what it is to be a badass when you play guitar. We're talking about the guitar. Okay? If you want to watch some idiot play this, Jared Dines has a channel. There's all kinds of other people that reviewed this guitar. I reviewed this guitar 5 years ago and it was pretty fucking bad. You can go check that video out, which I guess I'll link in the description so you can laugh at me when I laugh at myself. Onwards. The Zakk Wylde Les Paul Custom. Let's talk about it. It has 12, 13, 12, 15, 17, 19, 21 and a half frets. Actually, 22 and a half. If you really want to check. It is a maple wood neck. It is not a solid body guitar, even though it looks like it's a solid body guitar. It is this piece of wood and this piece of wood, and the neck is glued. I know that because one of my friends is a guitar tech, and he told me that guitar's neck is glued. And I trust almost everything he says. It looks like it's one piece of wood. It's not. I don't know the back of the neck wood. I don't know the body wood. All I know is that this guitar is an Epiphone, not a Gibson. A lot of you watching this video are like, you can't afford a Gibson, well then you must be gay or retarded or gay-tarded or re-gay-tarded or stupid. Well, I might be all of those things, but I'm not. And I also don't really see a point in spending like $4,000 on the guitar when I can get this one for around $1,000. We'll talk about price a little later on, but let's talk about hardware. This guitar has the EMG HZ pickups, and right then and there, if you know anything about guitars, you just shit your pants. This guitar does not have a battery. This is the pickup selector, and these are the knobs right here, or the ports, or the pots, or whatever you want to call them for the knobs. So the first thing I get pushed back for this guitar is it's fake. On the back of the neck, right here, it says 100% inspected, set up, and played in the USA by Epiphone, made in Korea. Zakk Wylde, it gives a number. It may be fake, I don't know. I'm not that kind of doctor. I didn't get a degree in guitarology. Okay? It does not have active pickups, meaning that there's no battery in the back, like I showed you. These are humbuckers with covers on them to make them look like EMG active pickups. The HZ is the legal way of saying, hey, these are EMG pickups, but they're not really EMG pickups. We're going to get into how they sound. Everything on this guitar is golden. It has a golden finish, golden inlays, a golden truss rod plate that says Zakk Wylde, custom Les Paul. The Epiphone wannabe ivory, and the fret inlays are also big old ivory looking squares, you know, because ivory's legal, and I mean, it looks pretty cool. It's kind of like a rainbow queefed or something. I don't know. It's really nice. The only complaint I have about this guitar, before we get into like what it sounds like, is that it's very heavy. I mean, I'm beefy, but like this guitar probably weighs 6 pounds. The neck on this guitar is insanely thick. I have really big hands, so I wear really big gloves, you know. But seriously, this guitar is hard to play, especially with this really bad crease of a thing compared to some other guitars where you can like get your hand like way down in here and play the neck. If you play on this, unless you have monster alien fingers, you're going to have a hard time. Unless you have a very wide hand grip, you're going to have a hard time. Unless the chicken you're choking is very meaty, you're going to have a hard time gripping this because it's very girthy, it's very thick, it's a heavy guitar. I play sitting down, so I don't have to worry about the straps. If you're playing this guitar up, you're going to get scoliosis, your neck is going to break. It is not light like some of these other guitars that weigh like maybe 2 or 3 pounds. This weighs at least 6 pounds. It's very heavy, and if you did it enough, you would get some gains if you lifted it. So let's get into things. The only thing I've changed on this guitar are the knobs. They were the honeycomb whatever knobs, and I guess if you're having a midlife crisis, the word honeycomb sounds really cool, but you know, I'm about to be 30, and like, I had a midlife crisis when I was 6, so fuck that shit. I put these skull knobs on there. They have little eyes. I got them on eBay. They're probably like $10. Really, really cool. Nothing else has changed on the guitar. Everything else is original. The only other thing I did to this guitar is I put the DR Black Beauty strings on them. So the strings themselves are black. They're coated in like a nylon kind of dipped paint thing. Doesn't affect playability. It's just a personal thing. I think it looks really cool. I barely play this guitar. I barely use this guitar. I show this guitar off when I have people come over in my little guitar collection here. Otherwise, let's get into things. Like I said before, I'm not a guitar doctor. I'm not a guitar professional. I may be on Ultimate Guitar's top 100 list of how to play guitar, which I will link below. But I do not claim to be a badass, at least not by playing guitar. I do not claim to be Zakk Wylde, which I am not Zakk Wylde. That's cool. Let's check it out. As per YouTube's rules, this is not alcohol, it's Coca-Cola. Only Coca-Cola. First of all, we're checking out the bridge pickup right here. It has a roller bridge, which I'm not a big fan of, but we don't have a choice here. So let's check out the roller bridge here and the bottom double humbucker EMG 85 HC pickup. Let's try a little bit further down here and see what we got going on. It sounds good, and for the money, around $500 to $1,000, you're gonna pick up a really nice sounding guitar. So why don't we crank up the neck pickup here? Well, not much to say about it. It's a good guitar. I have it professionally tuned up, minus a few I think I have 1 or 2 strings dropped down a little bit. But it sounds good. It sounds good to me. Like I said, I'm not trying to show you how well or how well not. I cannot play guitar, or cannot play guitar. But the neck pickup is a little different. I believe it's an 85 on the bottom and an 81 on the top. The same goes whether it is a humbucker or an actual EMG active pickup with a battery. They sound very similar. The only difference is that I personally believe, which I've played other active pickup guitars, I have other active pickup guitars, the active pickups sound way too clean compared to the like a humming, a chunky sound. It has a crisper tone. The active EMGs or any active pickup, even Seymour Duncan has active pickups, and they all sound like Pamela Anderson's boobs. They're fake. They don't sound good. Yeah, when you plug them through an amp and a couple pedals, yeah, they might sound okay, but you just go with your normal humbuckers and they'd sound perfect. So, well, as you can see, it sounds good, it plays good, it looks good. Yeah, like I said, some of you have an issue with the it might be fake thing, but if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck and it smells like a duck and it takes a shit like a duck, it's probably a duck. It's a wonderful guitar. It's a great quality made instrument. It does have Grover tuners on it. They're not going to come out of tune. They're not going to mess up. They're not going to screw you over. Push come to shove, if you are in the market for one of these and you like this kind of guitar, you could probably get one of the ESP LTDs, which are like the Les Paul copies. Not an Epiphone, but it's an LTD ESP guitar. They're very inferior in quality, but probably get a better tone. You get a better design, a better bang for your buck than a $1,000, $700, $500 Les Paul made by Gibson. Otherwise, I have no complaints. I got this guitar like a 5 out of 10. It's a lot of show and not a lot of go. Even the Gibson models, I've played several non-Zakk Wylde Les Paul Gibsons. Don't like them. They're heavy, they're big, they're chunky. They're like a really pretty girl that's morbidly obese. Like, she's got a pretty face, but what else has she got? Cellulite. All in all, I would pick one of these up if you really want it. I wouldn't buy another one of these other than I had an addiction one time and I just bought guitars because I had the money and the time and the free will. But yeah, I'm Dash Cool and I'll see you next time.